Hey yo, time to get out of here. We're out of work. Yes sir, baby, first start. The thing I like about this is you can see the temp right here. It's low. I usually let it get to like 110 before I take off. Anyways, you guys saw that. You always got to be on your toes, man. Let's talk about the bike pretty much, guys. Like, should you guys get an MT09? Should you guys, is it a good starter bike? You know, let's go ahead and talk about that, guys. So MT09, FZ09, same jizz pretty much. Is it a good starter bike? I want to say, I don't know if it's a good starter bike, man. I did come from a 1000cc bike, and this thing has more, like way more torque than that my 1000 did. This thing has more balls than my 1000. It gets crazy. It gets like nutty, guys. So like, as far as like, and only in A mode and standard mode. So when you start the bike up, you're in standard mode. You can flip the modes with this little button right here. I don't know if you guys can see, it's right here. B mode is definitely a mode that I'd like to learn if I was a new rider, because A mode and standard mode have way too much like torque. So A mode's torque is insane. Like when I put this in A mode, the bike just wants to lift every gear. It doesn't matter, it's unforgiving. But it's definitely a good starter bike if, like, you know kind of what you're doing, you know the fundamentals, and you know how to ride a smaller bike. I definitely get this bike. But if you don't, then this is my opinion coming from the bike already tuned. If you don't have any experience, I wouldn't recommend the bike unless you're literally going to drive it in B mode, like I stated earlier. If you're going to drive it in B mode, it's definitely a perfect bike for you. But if you think you're going to go into A mode, and like I said, talking from it being tuned already and have a good experience, I don't know, man. I put in A mode and this thing wants to throw me off the bike. B mode is chill. Standard mode is usually what I leave it on, and it's a chill mode. But I don't know, it's something that I definitely wouldn't play around with if you don't know what you're doing, man. But any big bike, like this is a 900cc bike, any big bike is gonna be kind of like, you know, sketchy. So as long as you have throttle control, I think you'll be good. Like me, all right, so I went from a Honda Grom to a GSXR 1000, a 06. It was stretch tuned and all that. I had throttle control. I knew the limits. I knew my own limits. I never rode beyond my means, and the bike always treated me well. But then you have people that get on these bikes and they know their limits, and then they try to push them, you know. It's something that I just can't do personally, and a lot of people die for that. Like, I think Adobo Motor was talking about how a lot of fatalities are on like 1000 cc's because people get on them and just act like d-bags, you know. I'm not saying I'm the perfect guy, but I'm not getting on a 1000 and just flying up and down the street or taking streets that I don't really know. Like, I'm not doing any of that, you know. So it's just something that you got to keep in mind. So as long as you have throttle control, you could ride any bike pretty much, in my opinion. This MT09 is perfect. I mean, it's perfect for me right now. I'm possibly going to keep it and then get another sport bike. I know in my last video I said I wanted to get the ZH2, but there's been a lot of issues. I watched more Mafia's videos, and he said that pretty much the ZH2 has cast pistons, and if like you do too many pulls on it and stuff, it'll just blow. Like, there's a lot of stories of them blowing. So, you know, I'm not trying to have that issue. So I feel like I wouldn't get something like that, you know. I don't know, we'll see, guys. It's all in the matter of what I want to do. But anyways, guys, should you, end of the day, get one of these bikes? I think for sure you should. Like I said, if you're an experienced rider, this is a 900cc, well, 900cc, it's a little under, but I like it. I think the bike's definitely dope. If you looking to get something like this, I'd say go for it, man. I mean, it's a amazing looking bike. Mod listing is literally like endless. You could do stretch, you could do carbon. I mean, just like any other bike pretty much. If they sell it, you got it. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep on riding. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.